Welcome to the vlog. Today, carving my own pipe. This is not a pipe, this is the carving utensil. It's a knife. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. Cue the intro. Okay, so I found this on Amazon. It came as a block of pear wood about this large. Focus. It was like, I don't know, this. I would show you that, except that I actually started this 2 weeks ago when we, and my family and I, we were up in Bend, Oregon.
Well, welcome to the vlog. Today, I'm talking quietly because we're camping. Anyways, I'm out here with something new that I've been excited to try, and it seems like the perfect time to try it now that we're camping. I need a knife for this, and that. Guess what this is? I'll show you. That wasn't a fun intro. That was a lame intro. But look at my jacket. Look like a, I don't know, maybe Combat Carl? I need coffee. If it's a silent sip with coffee, that means the coffee wasn't good because they weren't actually sipping it. They're just waiting until you look away and they're gonna pour the coffee out. But if it's a, that means it's good.
So I started as a raw piece of wood, and I had my son shoot all this beautiful footage of me starting the carving process, and then I deleted it all and I don't have it anymore. So now I have a halfway completed piece of wood that I'll show you and continue working on. Let's talk about the difficulties in carving your own pipe from scratch.
So I got this thing on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it down in the description if you want to get one, because I think it's going to be really fun. This is a pipe made out of pear wood. Look at this.
Before we get started, let me share with you an inspirational quote. What does that have to do with carving your own pipe? Well, you may be able to see the connection already, but if not, I'll explain it later to you who are, you don't know what I'm talking about. So, first off though, I wanted to talk about carving your own pipe. It's extremely difficult. That's what I found first of all. Because it's pear wood, it's extremely hard. This wood is hard as a rock. And so I wanted to carve it the old-fashioned way, like with a knife. So I used this knife that my father actually gave me. He had it from when he was a kid. It's an old buck knife, and it's amazing. Look at this thing. Now, the idea is I'm gonna do a face of some sort, maybe, but this is actually blood. I've cut, you can still see some of the effects of, so anyways, that's blood, and he looks awful, so I'm probably not gonna do a face now. I don't think, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this is what it's become, this is what it's at right now. And this knife is pretty awesome though. Cha-ching! What if we did a thumbnail? What if I held this like that, and I was like, carve your own pipe? So the most difficult thing I found is that trying to carve pear wood, extremely hard wood with this knife is it's very difficult. And it takes a very long time because you can only get these little strips off of it. So my advice to you is to either not do it or get like a little Dremel, which is what I'm planning to do. I wasn't gonna do that because it felt like cheating, Like, I wanted to do it all by hand, which you kind of are with the Dremel, but I wanted to use it like just on me and a knife, and it's good Lord, it takes a heck of a long time. But let's go back to the quote. So I wanted to do this pipe. I wanted to carve it myself, both because I thought it'd make a fun video and because I wanted a pipe that was my own, that nobody else really had. And then I found that quote about everyone being unique and individual, and it's important to show everybody our uniqueness. And I thought, well, that goes hand in hand with this pipe I'm gonna make for myself. Even though this thing is extremely ugly, it's not gonna be a good looking pipe. It's gonna be funky as heck, but nobody else is gonna have this, that's for sure. And I did discover that I can customize where my fingers go. Like you see this little bit there? I did that just because my finger fits in there perfectly, and same with the thumb. That's kind of cool, so it is very comfortable. Anyways, the point is, let's channel our inner Mr. Rogers, who I'm a big fan of, and talk about how unique you are. After I clean my lens off, it's extremely dirty. I don't know about you, but I'm the best at a lot of things. Point is, we all have something we're pretty good at, but it doesn't matter how good you are. There's gonna be somebody else you can compare yourself with and think, well, I could be better if I was that person. Anyways, guess where this really comes into play for me is that I've had lots of ideas to start different things, different endeavors, different like business ideas, different YouTube channels, all kinds of different things, even in what I do for a living, which is create videos for companies. What was my point? Oh, so like even with videos, companies will come to me with this video idea, and almost always they have other video examples of kind of what they're going for. And most of the time, these companies want me to just create a video like somebody else has created because that video was successful. And I'm always pushing back because I want to do something creative, something unique, something that stands out, because at one point, that video that they're showing me, the reason it was successful is because it was probably unique, at some level at least. The problem I've ran into though is no matter how hard I try to be unique or stand out or do something different, somebody else has always beat me to it. It's like somebody else has always created a video just like that, or somebody else is doing the type of business or idea or endeavor or YouTube channel that I want to do. And so it makes me think, well, somebody's already doing it, so what's the point? The thing that I've had to learn myself is that even if you're doing something somebody else is doing, you're still going to be doing that thing differently. Even though there's a million hamburger stores, is that what they're called? Hamburger stores? That's not what you call them. They're called restaurants of some sort. Burger places, burger barns, burger shacks, burger restaurants. There's a gazillion of them, but still, most of them stay pretty dang busy. I don't know, the point is, your perspective as a person, even if you're doing the same thing as somebody else, nobody else is doing it like you because nobody else is you. Mr. Rogers taught us that. He taught me that. Did he teach you that? Did you watch Mr. Rogers? You should have. And if you didn't, you should go out and watch some of the documentaries about Mr. Rogers, because read some of his books, read some of his quotes. My gosh. He understood that people are unique. Your perspectives are different. Your backgrounds are different. Your family situations. You're biologically and psychologically different because of the experiences that you've had. So even if you're speaking into or doing the same thing as somebody else, you're approaching it, your way of explaining it is gonna be completely different than anybody else. So if there's something out there that you're thinking like, I'd like to do this, but everyone else is already doing it, it doesn't matter. It's still not gonna be the same as what you're doing. I guess what this really boils down to isn't so much trying to do something new, even if somebody else has done it. It comes down to self-worth and self-confidence, probably. Understanding that who you are as a person, the things that you've seen, the struggles you've had, the way that you see the world, the way you interpret situations, all of that is unique and it is important. And the reason it's important is because I just heard this quote yesterday. The lack of your best hurts everyone. That's a dang good quote if you think about it. The lack of your best in any situation hurts everyone around you. And that is actually true when you think about it, because at some level, at some point, even if you have no self-confidence in yourself, chances are somebody likes you, loves you, is impacted by you in some way, directly or indirectly. And in fact, some ways, when you look at it, everybody you come in contact with, whether you really know that person or not, in the grocery store, when you're out driving in your car, friends of yours, family, and even strangers are in some way impacted by you. And you can choose to make that a positive thing or a negative thing. And so it really matters that we give our best to certain situations, but it's hard to give your best to something if you don't have any confidence in who you are. So I think understanding that just you being you impacts other people, plays a role in this world. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of video, you know, there's things you're supposed to do on YouTube, and you should do them. Subscribe to the channels, one, that's helpful. Liking the video, like you hit the thumbs up button, that tells YouTube that you like the video, and that works in my favor. And if you comment, that's good too, because it gets seen by more people, and like all these things legitimately make a difference on the channel. So if you do all those things, that would be wonderful. I would appreciate it. So try not to be an ugly pipe, and do something unique, which really means do anything, because you are unique, right? Does that make sense? Is that stupid? I don't know. Thanks for watching though.
Of a long sound